Hey everyone, it's Fig Corner 2000. Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to start unboxing part 2 of my latest haul, and the first figure is Baron Zemo. So let's get right into the unboxing. Okay, this packaging was way harder to open than I thought it was going to be. Anyway, I think I get it right about here. Okay, the figure is now out of the packaging, and I can just tell that this artwork is going to look awesome on the shelf. This figure comes with a modest amount of accessories, including a sword and then two identical gripping hands like this. Unfortunately, there's not two pairs of fists. It would have been nice if they added that. On this right hand, there's a more open gripping hand like this, not as identical as this pair right here. Moving on to articulation, this figure can look up like this, down like this, and swivel just like this very nicely. The shoulder goes out to here, up like this, and back like this. This is an interesting shoulder piece because this little fur part right here is actually part of the shoulder and added on. So when you move the shoulder back like that, you get an exposed area right there. The bicep and forearm go up like this. The wrist is very movable and goes like all the way up to here and all the way down to there. The same is to be said on this arm. There is a belt buckle right here, sort of like a gold belt, which hinders his ab crunch just a little bit because this piece gets in the way right there. But the figure can crunch down to here and up all the way to here. I can't quite tell if, because I got this figure possibly secondhand, if certain elements are easier to move. But no matter what, it still looks good and moves nice as well. The hip goes out all the way to here. It goes up this far. It actually does not go back as much as it should right here. The knee moves up like this all the way with that bend here and here, which is nice. There's a swivel in the calf. There's a calf cut, and there's a thigh cut, which is very nice. There is no toe joint down here, but there is a foot movement like this. I would give this figure a 7.1 out of 10 on articulation. It does what it does nicely and will look good on the shelf. Let's move on to getting this figure posed with some of its accessories. The figure can hold the sword in this hand, but I'm sure that it can hold it in this one as well for a tighter grip like that. This is one pose I'm able to get the figure in. Unfortunately, while posing, I am noticing that some of these joints are extremely finicky, like right here, and the wrist on this specific hand right here is very finicky as well. This may be because I possibly got it second hand, or this could just be a quality control check on Marvel's point. With some strong arming, I was able to get the figure to hold the sword like this, but unfortunately it doesn't really look like the figure is meant to hold it with two hands because these arms just really can't get in there and these hands don't grip well together. So instead, I think the figure looks best holding the sword with one hand like this. Unfortunately, while posing this figure, as you can see right here, this joint has become extremely loose, showing a sign of quality control. And I'm starting to realize I think I did get this second hand, or at least used a little bit, because I really am struggling to get this wrist joint out here without unfortunately breaking or pulling this apart right there. In the end, this is an alright figure, and I am okay with adding him to my collection. I don't expect a lot out of this figure on the shelf, but I think it will look good in a couple static poses and maybe even action poses like this, fighting against some of my heroes. I recommend this figure to anybody looking to start getting villains for their collection, because this is a very noticeable and well-known villain in Captain America comics. This figure's final rating is a 5.8 out of 10. I think this is okay in an unbiased opinion on this figure because the articulation and the accessories really aren't as good as they could be. That's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in a video coming soon. Thank you.